The text came in at 9:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. You owe us $42,000. Return it by the end of the month or don't bother coming home. I stared at my phone. How do you owe someone money you never borrowed? I'd never taken $1 from my parents. Not for college. Not for my car, not ever. But I had been giving them money. Every single month. For 6 years. Their electric bill. Their gas. Their water. Their internet. All on autopay from my account. $530 a month, like clockwork. I opened my banking app and scrolled. 72 payments. Everyone time-stamped and confirmed. They didn't know I had proof. And they definitely didn't know what would happen if I made one phone call. One call and their lights go dark. Before we get into what I did, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from and what time it is there. And hit subscribe, because you're going to want to see how this ends. Here's how it started. I grew up as the responsible one. Not the favorite. Just the one who fixed things. When the car broke down, I researched mechanics. When bills piled up, I made spreadsheets. When family drama exploded, I stayed calm and smoothed it over. My older brother? He got the praise. The attention, the he's going places speeches at Thanksgiving. I got the phone calls when something needed doing. At 24, I landed a decent tech job. Nothing fancy, but stable. Salary, benefits, the works. 6 months later, my dad called. Hey, we're in a tight spot. I'm between jobs. Just need help with utilities for a couple months. 3, tops. I said yes. Of course I said yes. I set up autopay. Electric, gas, water, internet, all linked to my checking account, billed to their address. Dad said the job hunt was tough. Then he said he had something part-time. Then he stopped mentioning it altogether. 3 months became 6. 6 became a year. I never brought it up. I thought helping made me loved. I was wrong. My first internship mentor taught me one thing that stuck. Save everything. Every email. Every confirmation number. Every receipt, so I did. 72 autopay confirmations sat in a folder on my laptop labeled Family. I never thought I'd need them. Not like this. The ambush happened at Sunday dinner. I walked in expecting pot roast. I got a firing squad. Mom, Dad, my brother, 2 aunts and an uncle all sitting around the table. Mom smiled. That tight, sweet smile that meant someone was about to get hurt. We need to talk about the money, she said. I froze. What money? The $42,000 we gave you for college. From the family emergency fund. My stomach dropped. There was no family emergency fund. I'd paid for state school myself. Loans and 2 part-time jobs. I never took any money from you, I said. Mom's smile didn't move. Yes, you did. We have records. We've been patient, but we need it back now. End of the month. My brother nodded like a dashboard bobblehead. One of my aunts looked uncomfortable. The other looked at me like I'd just stolen from a church. We're family, Mom continued. Family takes care of family. Unless you're saying we're liars? I should have fought back right there. I didn't. I grabbed my coat and left. That night the text came. 30 days. Then we'll do what we have to do. I sat on my couch and stared at it for an hour. 2 days later, my brother called. Look, I'm trying to help here. Just pay half. 21 grand. Keep the peace. You know how Mom gets. I don't have $42,000, I said. And I didn't borrow it. Why do you always make things so difficult? He hung up. I called a paralegal friend. She listened and sighed. Even if their claim is garbage, defending yourself in court costs thousands. And it's exhausting. You'd probably win, but you'd lose time, money, sanity. I ran the numbers that night. $42,000 was my entire down payment fund. 2 years of saving. Gone. If I paid them just to make it stop, I'd be starting over. If I didn't, they'd drag me into small claims. Maybe further. I'd have to hire someone. Miss work for hearings. Watch my name get trashed in every family group chat from here to Christmas. I opened my laptop. I pulled up my bank account. Maybe I should just pay it and disappear. Then I saw the autopay line. 72 months. I had something they didn't. The truth. Time-stamped. I almost gave in. Almost. I exported 6 years of bank records and opened a spreadsheet. Row by row, I tagged every payment to my parents' address. Electric, gas, water, internet. 72 months. The numbers didn't lie. January 2018, 512. February, 528. March, 551, month after month. Year after year. The average came out to 530 thrice per month. Total, 38,400. I sent a screenshot to my most trusted friend. She called me immediately. Wait, you've been paying their utilities for 6 years? Yeah. And they're saying you owe them? Yeah. There was a long pause. You haven't been helping them. You've been their ATM. I sat back. She was right. I didn't owe them $42,000. If anyone owed anyone, they owed me. But that wasn't even the worst part. I pulled up the county property website and typed in their address. I needed to know just how broke they really were. What I found made everything click into place. Before I could dig deeper, Mom escalated. An email arrived with a PDF attachment. A demand letter. Template downloaded from some legal website. Filled in with my name. It claimed I had signed a family loan agreement in 2016 for $42,000. I was never shown any agreement. I never signed anything. The letter ended with a threat. Failure to remit payment will result in legal action and reputational harm. Reputational harm. That was code for trashing me to every relative we had. It had already started. My brother posted on Facebook. It's hard when the people you help the most appreciate it the least. Vague, pointed, effective. The aunts started texting. Is everything okay? Your mom seems really upset. Family is everything. I hope you can work this out. Then my dad called. His voice was tired. Beaten down? Just make this go away. Please, your mother won't stop. I didn't take any money, Dad. I know. But she's not going to drop it. Just pay something. Anything. He hung up before I could answer. The deadline moved up. A new text from Mom. 2 weeks. We're filing on the 15th. 2 weeks to decide. Break myself or break the silence. I went back to the county property records. I typed in my parents' address and pulled the full file. Lien release. Recorded 3 years ago. The house was paid off. Free and clear. They owned it outright. No mortgage, no debt. Then I checked my dad's LinkedIn. He'd been employed steadily since 2018. Same company. 5 years. The job transition ended half a decade ago. He just never told me. I checked my brother's Instagram. He'd posted something a month ago and then deleted it. But my cousin had sent me a screenshot. A venue. Gorgeous. Beachfront. Tropical. The caption, can't believe Mom and Dad are covering the deposit. $42K, best parents ever. $42,000. The exact amount they were demanding from me. My parents weren't broke. They weren't in crisis. They were fundraising. Off me. For my brother's wedding, I sat back in my chair. The anger was cold. Clean. I knew exactly what I had to do. I needed to confirm one more thing. I called my youngest cousin, the only one in the family who still told the truth. Hey, can I ask you something? Has my mom been talking about me? She hesitated. Yeah, for a while now. What's she saying? That she loaned you a bunch of money for school. That you've been avoiding paying it back. That she's too nice to push you, but it's really hurting them financially. I closed my eyes. She's been saying that for years? At least 3 or 4. I think she believes it now. She talks about it like it's fact. And the wedding? She promised your brother she'd cover the venue. Big, beautiful destination thing. She wants to look generous. The whole family's going to be there. Did she budget for it? My cousin laughed, but there was no humor in it. No, she just assumed it would work out. And when it didn't, she found a solution. Me, I wasn't dealing with malice. I was dealing with image management. Golden child favoritism. Financial abuse wrapped in a bow of fake martyrdom. She'd rather destroy me than disappoint him. I wasn't angry anymore. I was done. I booked a free consultation with a family law attorney. 30 minutes, no charge. I explained the situation, the fake loan, the demand letter, the timeline. She laughed. Not at me, at them. They have no standing, no signed contract, no proof of transfer. Even if they had something, the statute of limitations is long gone. So they can't sue me. They can file. Anyone can file, but they'd lose. Fast. You could counterclaim for harassment. Maybe even recover your costs. She slid a business card across the desk. If they push it, call me. But honestly, you don't need a lawyer. You need a boundary. I left her office with a plan. No yelling, no drama, no long emails explaining myself. I was going to stop paying their bills. The utilities were in my name. 6 years ago, their credit was too poor to open accounts. So I'd opened them. Set up auto pay. Kept their lights on. One phone call to each company, and the responsibility would transfer back to them. I didn't need to fight them. I just needed to stop carrying them. I made 3 calls that afternoon. Electric, gas, water. I need to remove automatic payment and transfer the service to the account holder of record at the property address. Done, 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 I didn't tell them. I just let the countdown start. 10 days later, the power went out at my parents' house. Mid-afternoon. No warning. My mom called at 3:47 p.m. What did you do? I stayed calm. I stopped paying your bills. You what? The electric, gas, and water were all in my name. I've been paying them for 6 years. I transferred them back to you. They're your house. Your responsibility. Silence. Then, you can't do that. I just did. We'll sue you. Go ahead. I'll bring 6 years of bank records showing $38,000 and $400 in payments I made on your behalf. I'll bring your paid-off mortgage. I'll bring Dad's W-2s. I'll bring the wedding venue invoice. And I'll file a counterclaim for the money I actually spent. Do you really want to do this in front of a judge? The line went dead. 20 minutes later, my brother called. You're insane. You can't just cut off their power. I didn't argue. I just texted him 2 screenshots. 1, the wedding venue invoice he'd posted. $42,000 deposit. Best parents ever. 2, my utility payment total. $38,400 over 72 months. He read them. Then he blocked me. An hour later, my dad called. His voice was quiet, beaten. We'll drop it. Just don't tell anyone. Please. I'm not your ATM, Dad, and I'm not your secret. We need the lights back on. Then pay your own bills. Can we fix this? You want the lights on? Call the utility company. Set up an account. Pay the deposit. That's how adults do it. I mean us. Our family. I took a breath. You can have a relationship with me, or you can have the lie. You can't have both. I hung up. The utilities were back on at their house within 48 hours. Turns out they could afford it all along. The lawsuit never came. My parents restored the utilities under their own names within 2 days. No apology. No acknowledgement. Just cold silence. My brother's wedding happened 6 months later. Not at the beachfront venue. Somewhere local. Smaller. My parents paid in installments. From what my cousin told me, it caused tension. My brother started asking questions. He realized they'd lied. Their relationship isn't what it used to be. I wasn't invited to the wedding. I didn't expect to be. I blocked my mom. I keep very low contact with my dad. Coffee twice a year. Superficial topics only. No money, no favors. No letting him minimize what happened. Some of the extended family took their side. You embarrassed them. You should have just handled it privately. Family is supposed to forgive. Others reached out privately. Aunts, cousins, even a family friend. All of them had similar stories. Money they were guilted into giving. Loans that were never repaid. Boundaries that were called betrayal. I started putting together a small financial literacy workshop for young adults dealing with controlling family members. How to recognize financial abuse. How to set up separate accounts. How to say no without guilt. It's not big. Just a few people at a community center once a month. But it helps. I talk to a therapist now, too. It helps even more. I don't regret what I did. I sleep better now. The lights in my own place stay on. And I'm not paying for anyone else's. Love is an obligation. Boundaries aren't betrayal. And receipts aren't revenge. They're just the truth, time-stamped. So here's my question for you. What would you have done? Paid the money to keep the peace or pulled the plug? Drop your answer in the comments. I read them all. And if this story helped you see your own situation a little more clearly, hit subscribe. There are more stories like this coming, and you won't want to miss them. One last thing. This is a fictionalized dramatization for educational and entertainment purposes. It is not legal or financial advice. If you're in a situation like this, talk to a licensed professional in your area. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.